Hey guys, what's going on? It's RogerDeath here, and what I'm going to cast right now is I'm going to cast Game 1 of asuperfatguy vs. Croc 193, aka the semifinals, or one round at the semifinals for the Woodcup, which I was part of earlier, and Croc is the guy that I played and I got knocked out as. So, we will see what happens in Game 1, and apparently, this was a 3-0 sweep for asuperfatguy. Production asuperfatguy is our yellow Zerg with our blue Protoss being Croc. Honestly, I'd be rooting for Croc if I didn't already know the results because he did knock me out. And so I kind of like to see him do better. Then I can say, hey, I just got knocked out by, the highest level guy here, or the winner of the tournament, because I do believe asuperfatguy goes on to win. So technically I can say I got knocked out by the guy that lost to it, just whatever. But so far we don't see anything really that unusual. We do see that, yeah, they're getting their power supply at about the same time. And so they're going to be fairly equal in economy. asuperfatguy is a little bit ahead, but that's just because of the timings on the drones versus probes and yada yada. And thanks to the limitations of the Nexus and not being Zerg, our Protoss player is only able to build one probe at a time. Which is kind of somewhat mitigated by the fact that, well, you can totally just frickin' chrono boost. So there is that. We see our... Come on, summon in the gateway. There we go. There's the gateway coming down. We're getting warped in for Croc. No pool yet from asuperfatguy. Still no pool. Gas even coming out for Croc. Ooh. asuperfatguy is taking his time. Oh, he's going to expand first. Ooh. So he's got his expansion started. Croc did just scout that? Cool. Getting a second gateway up for Croc. And by the way, these are the two admins for the tournament, Zerg and Demuculus. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Gateway's just now finishing up. And I don't know. Okay, yes, he does commit to the cybernetics core. Does decide to start getting that zealot, and it's going to chrono boost him out. Double pylon so that this gateway cannot be Artosis pyloned. Aside from drones, we have finally we see our spawning pool going down from asuperfatguy after his expansion, and on 17 drones, 18 drones, somewhere around there. A second gas being taken from Croc. Cybernetics core's almost done. Gas is also being taken for asuperfatguy. That sounds so weird, so I'm just gonna call him the Zerg player. That just sounds better for me. Warp gate is being researched for Croc. The extractor's up, but he has no... Okay, never mind. We have 3 drones currently going to harvest out of it. We don't see any stalkers being made, but the chrono boost is being spent on the cybernetics core. The zealots are going to charge in. And they're gonna might be able to do a little bit of damage, but not a lot because these queens are coming out. We see another zealot coming down, 2 gateways being warped in for Croc. Finally, we see a first round of Zerglings coming out for our Zerg player here. This zealot will kill a drone and probably not much else, especially with his backup well back here. Still, don't have to see a warp gate tech being finished. He's not chrono boosting it. He's deciding to save his chrono. Just fine. There we go. 8 more Zerglings coming out. These zealots are going to have an extremely hard time between the queens and Zerglings. But are they going to take out this queen? Are they going to take out this queen? No! The queen is going to escape. Wait. Never mind. The queen goes down. 6 more Zerglings coming out for our Zerg player. Twilight Council almost done. And another gateway. That's going to be a 5 gate. No, 4 gate. Yes. Never mind. He decides to go with a forge instead. Constant canceling of what he's going to do. Drones. Lots of drones. Just going to, you know, you got to rebuild his economy since he had to pull off so much for a while. Charge for zealots coming out, which is kind of an odd choice. Sentries coming out. There we go. But we see a lot of Zerglings moving out now. We see what, 13 Zerglings? Oh, there's half of food in there. That sucks. Templar Archives. Now, I want to point out that this is the same guy that did end up DTing me. So this doesn't surprise me very much. Zerglings are finally here. They do not have metabolic boost, although that is being researched. Ground level 1 being researched for Croc. None of these zealots will fall. Heck, they won't lose shields. They'll get close, but the shields will stay. They're going to target the supply depot. And a miss micro allows all these 4 Zerglings to just run right up into the base. It's going to respond by warping in 3? Yeah, 3 zealots and get some good micro from his probes. No real losses. 20 more Zerglings coming out. He really wants this attack to win. He has control of the watchtower, so we can see if they do just run right through here. 3rd expansion up for our single fat guy. Or super fat guy. Not a single fat guy. He might be single. I don't know. Roach Warren going down. And he's still on lair tech. He is just now taking his 2nd gas. Miss rally. All the Zerglings. Evo also coming up. We finally see our expansion nexus starting for Croc. And so far, you know, things seem pretty typical. We'd see an Archon being warped instead of... That's kind of odd. I think I would have kept the High Templar and gotten Storm for them. Could potentially allow for a lot more damaging units. Starting the simulator early for that. Missile 1 going down for the Zerg player. Where is that Evo anyway? Oh, it's hidden back here. Nice placement on the Evo. Pool and Warren are... I don't mind their placement too much. The hatch is getting ready to finish, so he starts the drone transfer. But we don't see him going very gas heavy. He's keeping his money nice and low, whereas Croc is letting it build up some. Which could be remedied by getting more warp gates. Or, you know, building more than just zealots. Lots of drones, 2 gateways coming out. Getting ready to finish up. Massive drone transfer. They gotta figure out the way out, though. And, oh no! Those drones just had to come out at the wrong time. Or probes came out at the wrong time. Missed micro by the zealots. There we go. Finally, we see Zealot Charge starting to kick in. Not sure why it wasn't earlier, but these Zerglings just get mopped up nicely by this Mentor Archon. Supply depot is gonna just burn. Cause who cares about the supply depot? Excuse me, who cares about the supply depot? Nobody. That's who. We don't see any extra upgrades coming out from Croc. So it would be wise to get shields for this Archon. Just since they have so much shield, but they have no health here. They lose that shield, they just die in a second. Well, a single High Templar, never mind. We're getting, yep. Merging into another Archon. And we see one hidden up here. Bunch of Zerglings up here. Bunch of roaches. Holy cow, he's been making roaches, hasn't he? Finally, we see layers start being started. Now that he's at +1, he's at a 1-0. I'd like to see +1 armor or shields from the player. Especially shields from Croc. Please excuse me. Don't know why I'm so tired. I definitely like to see shield from Croc because he is trying to do this heavy Archon play. You know what? So, like I said, since Archons have so little actual health, we see that he is being he keeps supply blocking himself a lot. Oh man, that is a bad placement for that. This is almost the exact same force actually he dealt with me, except he had stalkers too. Oh no! That probe is history. See the charge lots coming in, trying to do as much damage as they can. Archon's not really doing too much yet. Here we go. Finally starting to do some damage. Just watch as everything starts getting red. Yeah. Splash damage from the Archons. Nice. Although, like I said, no shield upgrade from the Archon means that they no shield upgrades mean that they will go down fast. In the meantime, we do see these two little Zerglings here, causing a bit of an annoyance. Good thing he saved this Archon over here. Another Archon there being morphed in. And at this point in the game, it certainly looks like asuperfatguy definitely has control. Galil, Constitution, and Spire going down at almost the exact same time. So he will be able to move fast, as well as be able to, build things that fly. Which, with no real anti-air aside from Archons, that hurts. But the fact that Archons do just such a ton amount of damage to biological, and especially to clumps, I mean, they just hurt. Though they do fire fairly slow. We do see a main. We see 3 more gateways. I'm kind of not paying super attention to that. Finally, we see ground level 1 coming out. Lots and lots of Zerglings to complement his lots and lots of Roach force. No upgrades for the oh, we see. Yeah, there's the Spire. No upgrades for the Zerglings though. More Roaches. The Spire is about to finish. The Galil or Constitutional finish up soon. An Observer's being made out of the Robotics Bay. I probably would have made some Immortals since we did see him going a lot of Roaches. Kind of surprised he hasn't gone DT either, because he did with me. Third base being warped in, and it's almost done actually. A photon cannon finally going down, and holy cow, did that Archon get taken out fast. This is not a fight that he can easily win. 9 Mutalisks incoming, 24 Zerglings. He really needs to be morphing in a lot of powerful units. These Zealots just aren't doing it. They're just getting massacred as they're warping in. I honestly think that this is the game right here, because he is struggling so hard to do enough damage. We see just too many Roaches, too many Zerglings. And there's the GG. And that is game 1 from Croc and asuperfatguy. So asuperfatguy's up 1-0 over Croc. And let's get to the next one.